Hello, greetings mga ka-spacers natin out there from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And sa lahat po ng ating mga ka-spacers na nakatutok ngayon worldwide and netwide, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. This is your ka-spacer and space commander, Professor Jun Cajigal, welcoming you to another online telescope viewing. And this time po mga ka-spacers, my telescope is pointing at the waning gibbous moon. Ayan po, so nakalagay dito sa ating heading Jupiter and Saturn. Pero mamaya po ipapakita ko sa inyo, I will point my telescope at the mighty Jupiter and Saturn po. Pero ito hindi ko din matiis at tinutok ko yung aking telescope sa waning gibbous moon. At napakalinaw po ng ating image na binibigay po ng ating telescope. And ito po yung telescope na ginamit ko for our lunar imaging this early morning of June 17. This is the Vixen Custom 80mm refracting telescope. Hindi po kasi ako makatulog And kasi hindi ako makatulog, lumabas na lang po ako at sinetap ko yung telescope at nag-stargazing na lang po ako this early morning, madaling araw po ng June 17 po. Alright, and ito po we have the waning gibbous moon na i-feature ko po sa inyo ngayon sa ating online telescope viewing. Then I will point my telescope at Jupiter para makita po natin yung mga Galilean moons kung paano po sila nakaposition, and yung Saturn po. Alright, so isn't that exciting po no mga ka-spacers? So dito muna tayo sa waning gibbous moon. So ang waning gibbous moon is the phase that is between full moon and yung last quarter po. Waning means that the moon is getting smaller. Alright po. So waning means that there is a gradual decrease of the sunlit part of the moon after full moon. Di ba ho, nalala nyo yung full moon po natin was also a super moon last Tuesday. And the waning process would last until the new moon. It has two phases mga ka-spacers. The waning gibbous, ito nakikita natin ngayon, when the moon is slowly decreasing up to 50%. Pag 50%, last quarter na po yan. And then after yung last quarter, unti-unting lumilit po yung buwan. Papunta niyan po sa waning crescent. The illumination drops to just 2%. Alright po, so ito yung ating waning gibbous moon. So again, that's between full moon and last quarter. Alright, it appears less than full but more than half lighted. Alright, so waning gibbous moon rises later at night than a full moon, and you'll catch it ascending over your eastern horizon somewhere between sundown and midnight. Ayan po, and in a few minutes we will be magnifying the image of our waning gibbous moon. Alright po, so napakalino po ng ating camera and yung telescope that gives us this magnificent image of the waning gibbous moon. And mamaya po, kasi nakalagay po sa ating heading Jupiter and Saturn. So mamaya po I'll be pointing my telescope at Jupiter and Saturn. Alright, eto na po. This is now the magnified image of the waning gibbous moon. Ayan po. Right. Okay po mga ka-spacers. So, yan po. Nagkaroon po ng glitch yung aking camera. Yan na po. So, here we have the magnified image of the waning gibbous moon. Nasa sentro po yung Copernicus crater. Kaya lang po, again, lagi ko pong sinasabi na hindi talaga spectacular ang Copernicus crater pag ganitong phase pa ng buwan kasi maliwanag po yung loob. Alright, so we are now pointing the telescope at the northern part of the moon. Ayan po. So just imagine as you look through the eyepiece of the telescope para po tayong nakasakay sa Apollo spacecraft. Ayan po. So imagine niyo po mga ka-spacers, no, na nakasakay po kayo sa loob ng Apollo spacecraft. So ayan po yung puti na yan na malaki, that's the Copernicus crater. Then on the left side, ayan po yung Montes Apenninus mountain range. Ayan. So hindi siya masyadong spectacular tignan. Hindi kagaya po pag waxing gibbous at 60 to 70% illumination. Talagang napakaganda ng Montes Apenninus and ng Copernicus crater. Alright po, ito yung mga dark patches na yan. Again, those are lunar plains. Ang tawag po dyan ay Marias or Mare. And again, early sailors and the early astronomers, they thought na yung mga dark patches na yan are bodies of water. Pero actually, those are plains and they are made up of solidified pools of basaltic lava. Alright, so ayan po, no? So imagine niyo po mga ka-spacers na kayo ay nakasakay sa command module ng Apollo spacecraft. Alright, we are now moving the telescope at the southern lunar highlands. So yung mga bright areas na yan are lunar highlands and impact craters. And makikita nyo ngayon on screen is the Tycho crater. Ayan, the Tycho crater is about 85 kilometers across and about 4 kilometers deep. So napakalaking crater po niyan and kitang-kita yung mga patterns of white lines radiating along the rim of the Tycho crater. Those are ejecta or rays. And yung mga butlig-butlig na mga puti, again, those are impact craters. And ayan po, nasa gitna ulit yung Copernicus crater. The Copernicus crater, by the way, mga ka-spacers, is 93 kilometers across and about 3 kilometers deep. Alright, so fascinating indeed. No? Napakalinaw. Parang gusto ko na pong abutin yung buwan at gusto ko nang pumunta. Nung bata ko, talagang pangarap ko talagang pumunta sa buwan. Gusto ko maging astronaut nung bata ko. Kaya lang wala. Hindi natupad yung pangarap. So sa pamamagitan ng eyepiece ng telescope, kung sumisilip tayo sa telescope, ini-imagine ko na lang po na ako ay nakasakay sa Apollo spacecraft at ako ay nakakapunta sa buwan every time I look through the eyepiece of my telescope. Ayan po, ayan yung Tycho crater ulit. Ayan, the Tycho crater was named after the renowned astronomer Tycho Brahe, who is one of the greatest of the naked eye astronomers. Yan, maraming ambag si Tycho Brahe. Wala pang telescope noon. Kaya tinawag siyang the greatest of the naked eye astronomers. Alright. Then nung tinutok ni Galileo yung kanyang telescope sa buwan, yan yung nakita niya. He saw those craters, yung mga mountains sa moon. Ayan po. Okay, so yung mga dark patches po ulit, those are lunar plains, no? Mga mares or Marias. Ayan po. But again, those are solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava. Alright, so if you have any comments or reactions sa inyong nakikita ngayon on screen, just type in your comments or your reactions in our comment section below. We would like to hear from you mga ka-spacers. Ayan, so mag-comment po kayo kung kayo ay namangha, kung kayo ay nagandahan sa pinakita ko ngayong image ng buwan. Again, this is the waning gibbous moon. Alright, so waning, ang ibig lang sabihin yan, this is the phase of the moon between full moon and yung last quarter. Diba ho, yung full moon was last Tuesday and it was also a super moon. Ayan, alright, the moon now is about 85% illuminated. I mean 87, yan, 87% illuminated. Ayan po. Alright, waning means that there's a gradual decrease of the moon's sunlit part after the full moon. The waning process lasts until the new moon and it has two phases mga ka-spacers. The waning gibbous yung pinapakita natin ngayon when the illumination decreases up to 50% pag last quarter na. And yung second phase is the waning crescent. The illumination drops to just 2%. So ang nakikita po natin ngayon is the waning gibbous moon at 87% illumination. So 87% illuminated po yung buwan natin ngayon. Alright, and in a few minutes po, ipapakita ko po sa inyo, I will be pointing my telescope at Jupiter and Saturn. Yan po, kasi yung mga planeta na ito ay makikita po ng madaling araw. Kaya hindi po ako natulog at gusto kong ipakita sa inyo po ito. Alright, ito yung tinatawag natin na planet parade. Pero hindi ito alignment. No? I repeat, yung alignment of planets, sa iba po yan sa planet parade. Alright, so there you have it mga ka-spacers. So magkakaroon ng diferensya yung camera. Alright, so ito na po. Pinapakita ko po ngayon yung Jupiter with the Galilean moons. So yung white disk na nakikita nyo, that's Jupiter, and yung apat po na malilit na parang mga between, those are the Galilean moons. Galilean kasi si Galileo po yung unang nakakita niyan through his telescope. Alright po. So fascinating indeed, no? Alright, so yung mga planeta makikita po ngayong madaling araw. No? Saturn, yan papakita ko. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars. Yung Venus and Mercury, lilitaw po yan bago sumikat po yung araw. So yun tinatawag natin na planet parade. Hindi po siya alignment. No? I repeat, hindi po siya alignment. Ang ibig lang sabihin ng planet parade, itong 5 planets na ito ay makikita sa ganitong oras. No? Lahat sila makikita ng madaling araw. So we have Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Yan. Yung dalawang yan, Venus and Mercury, bago sumikat yung araw, makikita nyo. Alright? So hindi ito alignment mga ka-spacers. No? Ulitin ko kasi ng binabalita ngayon sa social media at sa mainstream media na magkakaroon daw ng alignment of the planets next week. No? Especially sa 23 and 24 ng June. Hindi po mga ka-spacers, no? Gusto ko pong i-dispute yan. So hindi po alignment, no? Pero pwede natin tawagin na planetary parade. Ibig lang sabihin yan, makikita natin yung 5 planeta ng ganitong oras, mga madaling araw po lahat yan. So Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Okay po. So ito po yung nakikita natin yung Jupiter, yung white disk na yan, that's the mighty Jupiter. Then yung apat na parang between, those are the Galilean moons. But again, Jupiter is orbited by more than 70 plus moons. So yung nakikita natin yung apat na malalaking buwan ng Jupiter. So pataas po tayo, yung pinakababa, that's Europa. Alright, then yung pangalawa, pataas po tayo, that's Ganymede. Then yung parang malit na yan na halos katabi ng Jupiter, that's Io. Then yung malayo na sa taas, that's Callisto. So ulitin ko po, pataas po tayo para ma-identify natin yung mga buwan ng Jupiter, yung 4 Galilean moons. So yung nasa baba, that's Europa. Then yung susunod is Ganymede. Then yung malapit sa Jupiter is Io. Then yung malayo na yan, that's Callisto. Alright po. I was able to identify the moons using stellarium. Right po. Europa is a very interesting moon kasi ang Europa is covered with water ice. And we know from astrobiology that the search for life outside planet Earth is the search for water. So deep beneath that icy sheet is liquid water sa Europa. So there's a possibility na sa ilalim po ng icy cover ng Europa may tubig at baka may microbial life. So candidate po yung Europa for the existence of life outside planet Earth. Alright? Then yung susunod po is Ganymede. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system and it's heavily cratered. Then yung susunod yung malapit sa Jupiter, that's Io. Io is the most geologically active moon in the solar system with more than 100 plus volcanoes. Active po ha? Active volcanoes on Io. Alright, so maraming volcanic activity sa Io. Alright, and yung malayo na yan, that's Callisto. That's also a heavily cratered moon. Then yung white disk na yan, that's Jupiter. Sayang hindi natin makita yung mga atmospheric bands ng Jupiter. Medyo hindi ko ma-adjust po yung contrast ng camera kasi video po ito. Pero pag still picture yan, we can adjust the contrast para makita natin yung atmospheric bands and hopefully pati yung big red spot, yung great red spot ng Jupiter. Alright po, so kung meron po kayong mga katanungan again about Jupiter and the 4 Galilean moons na nakikita nyo, please comment down below mga ka-spacers. So again, para ma-identify po natin yung 4 na yan, ito pa taas po tayo. So yung nasa baba is Europa, then yung susunod is Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system. Then yung malapit sa Jupiter, that's Io, then Jupiter, then yung malayo na yan, that's Callisto. Alright, so ayan po ang the mighty Jupiter. And ito pa din yung telescope na ginamit ko for our imaging ng Jupiter. Alright, so makikita na po ang Jupiter ng mga alas 3 po ng madaling araw. So if you want to observe Jupiter, yan, gumising po kayo ng madaling araw. Pati Saturn po. Yan, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. Yan, makikita po yan na siguro mga alas 3. Nandyan na po sila. Kaya kung gusto nyong masilayan, ang Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, yan, gumising po kayo ng 3 a.m. na kagaya ko ngayon. Hindi kasi ako makatulog. Siguro sa kakainom ko ng soft drinks gaya nito. Inom muna tayo habang hinihintay po natin ang Saturn. Ay, that hits the spot. Alright po. So bago tayo magpatuloy habang hinihintay po natin na matutok yung telescope sa Saturn, shout out po sa mga officers and crew of the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers, and shout out din po sa mga volunteers ko ng Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And shout out po sa inyong lahat, mga nakatutok ngayon at nanonood po sa ating online telescope viewing. And again, pakiusap po mga ka-spacers, no, bago tayo magpatuloy, so ikalat lang natin itong online telescope viewing natin so that we could reach more people, no, lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante para ma-inspire naman po sila to be engaged in the sciences, lalong-lalo na po ang astronomy. Yan po, so ikalat po natin mga ka-spacers itong ating online telescope viewing. Alright? So again, follow us on our Facebook page, the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. Follow us on our Facebook page, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And follow me on my Facebook page, the Science Guy, Kaspacers TV. Ayan po. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Science Guy Professor Jun Cajigal. And please click on that notification bell. I-click niyo na po. Isang pindot lang po yan. So that you will be updated on my future videos at parang tulong nyo na rin po sa akin yan para mapagpatuloy natin itong advocacy to share the good news of science and technology and astronomy. Alright po mga ka-spacers. So again, do sa mga nakakabukas lang kanila ng mga laptops and kanilang mga cellphones, what you are seeing now is the mighty Jupiter with the 4 Galilean moons. So again po yung nasa baba, yung pinakababa, that's Europa, which is a candidate for the existence of life outside planet Earth kasi Europa is covered with water ice and beneath that icy covering is liquid water. And baka may microbial life beneath the icy sheet of Europa. Then yung susunod is Ganymede, that's the largest moon of the solar system. Mas malaki po yan sa Mercury. And yung susunod yung malapit sa Jupiter, yung white disk na yun, that's Jupiter. That's Io, and yung malayo is Callisto. Alright po. And you are now seeing on screen Saturn. Ayan po, no? Magnificent. And kitang-kita niyo po yung rings niya, no? Yung parang rabbit's ears. Actually, yung nakita ni Galileo. Actually, Galileo was the first to observe Saturn and akala niya yung parang rabbit's ears. Hindi niya mapaliwanag but those are the rings of Saturn. Pati ako namamangha. Alright, so binagnify ko lang po yung camera para makita natin yung outline ng rings of Saturn. Actually, the rings of Saturn gawa po yan sa ice particles. No? Kaya highly reflective po yung rings ng Saturn. So the rings of Saturn is made up of ice particles. Yung iba dyan kasi laki lang ng grains of sand, yung iba naman kasi laki ng kotse. Ayan, kaya highly reflective po yung rings niya. And Saturn is made up of several rings, no? Yung A and B ring, and yung dalawang ring system na yan is separated by the so-called Cassini division. Alright, so napakaganda po. Actually, Jupiter also is surrounded by rings, kaya lang hindi reflective because the rings of Jupiter is made up of dust particles. Siguro naakit po yun dun sa asteroid belt kasi Jupiter is near the asteroid belt. Unlike the rings of Saturn, because the rings of Saturn is made up of ice particles, kaya highly reflective at napakaganda. Tignan sa telescope ang Saturn. Alright, so kung kayo po ay namamangha sa nakikita niyo po ngayon about Saturn, mag-comment po kayo. No? I would like to hear from you kung anong masasabi ninyo sa nakikita nyo ngayon sa ating online telescope viewing nang tinutok ko yung ating telescope sa Saturn. Alright, so ayan po yung mga planeta na makikita natin ng madaling araw hanggang katapusan po yan ng June. No, hindi lang June 23, 24, no, kasi yun ang binabalita sa social media, sa mainstream media na magkakaroon daw ng alignment of the planets. Again po, gusto ko lang pong i-clarify na hindi po alignment. Walang alignment na mangyayari. So, ang tinatawag lang natin dito ay planetary parade. Meaning, makikita natin yung 5 planeta na yan. No? Itong madaling araw hanggang katapusan niya ng June. So, makikita natin itong Saturn na pinapakita ko ngayon. Saturn, then Jupiter, Mars. Then bago sumikat yung araw, makikita natin yung Venus and Mercury. So yun po tinatawag natin na planet parade at hindi po yan alignment. No? Uulitin ko. Kasi nakikita ko sa mainstream media eh. Ako nang babanggitin ko ng channel sa mga social media. Yung mga ayoko na banggitin ko yung mga na yan, media outlet. Pero nakalagay doon alignment. No? Again, gusto ko lang pong i-correct. Hindi po alignment ang mangyayari. Walang alignment na mangyayari. Okay, mas maganda nating i-describe as a parade of planets. Ayan po. Alright. And I am now negotiating with Robinson's Las Piñas. Baka pumunta po tayo doon ng madaling araw ng June 24. Friday po ng madaling araw. So if you are in the vicinity of Robinsons, kung gising po kayo, I will be setting up my telescope dun sa parking area mga 3 a.m., 4 a.m. ng madaling araw sa Robinson's Place, Las Piñas. And pumunta lang po kayo dun para makita nyo ang Saturn and Jupiter, Mars. Ayan po, and let's hope for clear skies kasi na alangan po June kasi medyo na yan start na yan po ng rain season. Pero according to Pag-asa, mahina pa naman yung habagat. So samantalahin natin yung hina na yan na sana magkaroon tayo ng clear skies on those days. No, sa 24, I'll be at Robinson's Place, Las Piñas ng madaling araw. So mga 3:30 to 4 ng madaling araw. And I might also be at Vista Mall pero hindi pa yun sure. No, we will just update you. So just visit our Facebook page, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas, for updates po. Okay, so ayan po yung ating telescopic observations of the waning gibbous moon. Then pinakita ko po ulit yung Jupiter, and ngayon po you are seeing right now the magnificent ringed planet Saturn. Alright, so sana po nagustuhan niyo po itong ating online telescope viewing. Kakaiba po yung ating online telescope viewing kasi madaling araw po na kuhanan itong mga images na ito ng Saturn, Jupiter, and the waning gibbous moon. Again po mga ka-spacers, ikalat po natin itong online telescope viewing so that we could reach more people, lalo na po yung mga estudyante, so that they would be inspired to love the sciences, lalo na yung astronomy. Alright, and follow us on our Facebook page, the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. Follow us also on our Facebook page, the Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. And follow me on my Facebook page, the Science Guy Ka-Spacers channel. Alright po mga ka-spacers, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Science Guy Professor Jun Cajigal. Again, click on that notification bell mga ka-spacers. Alright, so sana na marami kayong natutunan at sana na gustuhan niyo po at namangha kayo sa inyong nakita dito sa ating online telescope viewing. So this is your ka-spacer and Space Commander Professor Jun Cajigal saying live long and prosper. And always remember mga ka-spacers to always keep your space. Bye-bye po. See you on my next online telescope viewing. Pampagising lang po. Inom po tayo ng Coke mga ka-spacers. Ay, salamat po. Bye-bye po mga ka-spacers.